Oh, okay. We're live. Chris Caban, Jarrett Boxing, NBA playoffs, game 2. Indiana Pacers versus the Washington Wizards. Okay, Chris, game 2. Well, before we get into game 2, I think we should talk about the game. I think we should talk about game 1. I get game 1, yeah. San Antonio versus Portland. What happened, Chris?
They got blew out. They wasn't knocking down these shots, and San Antonio Spurs took advantage of them.
Is that right?
Doing why they show what a veteran team can do, but next game I look for things to be a little bit different next game.
Is that right? So, boy, how you think they gonna adjust?
They need to quit shooting too many outside shots. I think they need to go to the hole a little bit more than settling for outside shots. That's what I think.
Yeah. You think that would change it?
Yeah, I think it'll change it and play better defense.
Well, boy, like I said, man, you know what I'm saying? It's San Antonio. You said David Lillard was the best point guard in the NBA. Well, I'd have to disagree with you.
Okay.
I go obviously Tony Parker, best point guard in the NBA right now. Him and Chris Paul, and he toasted him, bro. Toasted him. And Tim Duncan was on his game. And to be honest with you, Portland, you can see what a #1 seed. I'm getting some feedback over there, Chris. I don't know, get some echoing.
Hold on, I got you.
Yeah.
You hear me now?
Yeah, it sounds better now. All right.
Okay.
So right now it's like San Antonio playing. Well, they're #1 seed, and Portland #3 seed. It shows, man. It shows why they're #1 seed. They play really well, and that's why I picked them. I mean, to be honest with you, I thought Portland would do well, but you just showed the class gap. Portland got a lot of things to do. I don't know what they got to do. I mean, they and also San Antonio got a lot of bigs, man. They're rotating them. Aldridge had a hard game, but not too sure about that game. All right, we're going to talk about the Brooklyn versus Miami. Chris, talk about that one. I got you on that one as well.
Yeah, you did. I thought I think Miami gonna win the series, but I thought Brooklyn was still game 1. So I was wrong in that prediction. You're right, Jared. You got me right there.
Yeah, what do you think the adjustments Brooklyn gonna do to try and beat Miami?
From what I seen yesterday, I don't see too much they can do. From right now, what I seen, they might get swept. Miami might sweep them.
But you still gonna roll with Brooklyn though, ain't it?
No, I wrote from where I think Miami gonna win the series. I just thought that Brooklyn would take game 1.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, Miami showed what they're about. They're #2 seed in the East, and arguably they could have been #1, but the Pacers got #1, and they did what they're supposed to do. The best player won the best MVP. Look, he was close to being MVP, but obviously Kevin Durant got the MVP. And listen, bro, he's one of the hardest guys to play, and to be honest with you, Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, they ain't what they used to be, and Darren Williams and Joe Johnson, they got so much. And also, it would have helped if they had the big center. If they had the big center in there, the games have been different, and they got more boards than that. But Miami with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade, man, and all the other pieces, they're hard out, man. They're hard to deal with. And you're right, man, it could possibly do. Do you see what the adjustments need to do? I mean, Kevin Garnett's you know what I'm saying? Some of them guys are big.
If Brooklyn happen to win the game, it'll probably be 1. If Brooklyn does win the game, it'll probably be 1 game. I don't see them beating, from where they've been playing, I don't see them beating Miami twice.
Yeah, Darren Williams playing the best he can, but you just can't do nothing with LeBron. LeBron's hard to deal with, man. He'll wear out their bigs. He's a tough ass, man. Like you said, man, you can see them going out, but we go game by game. But I got you that, so that's like me. I got 3 games to 1 with Chris. All right, so we're gonna move on to their games because Chris, I don't want to keep rubbing it on my man because Chris, otherwise he won't come back no more.
I ain't like that. I could take my lickings.
Yeah. I wonder where Kyle is because he disappeared, right? I was like, I mean? He disappeared. At least Chris stand up. Where's Kyle, man? He disappeared. Where's Ben Umar?
Ben Umar.
Where's 78 News, man? 78 Sports TV, man. Where all these cats, man? They all disappeared, but it's all good. Me and Chris gonna hold it up. All right, Chris.
Okay.
So we got Game 2 of the Indiana Pacers versus the Washington Wizards. Talk to me, Chris.
I'm going with the Pacers again.
You
I ain't
still,
changing my own pick.
yeah, Game 2, you still going with the Pacers, yeah?
I'm still going with the Pacers.
How you see it, bro? How you see the adjustments they got to do to try and beat Wizards?
I just gonna make them work. I bang it in the post. Bang it in the post. Try to start the game off by going to Hubert. Get his confidence up. Go to him in the post early.
So you think Hibbert needs to bring his game, right?
Yeah, I definitely think he need to bring this game. Not just him, David West too, because nobody ain't seen nothing about David West. David West been playing like shit too.
He hasn't been playing too good either. You get me? I'll be honest with you, man. It's hard, Chris, man. It's a hard ask to play
The
against.
only person that really been doing something is Paul George, and they can't expect him to do that all the time. They just need to play better. It's all around effort. 'Cause I see a lot of guys that ain't been playing good.
Yeah. I mean, listen, man. They're built. That Pacers team is built.
Zola been playing the best ball.
Who's that?
Off the bench.
Who that?
Zola.
Yeah, Scholar for Pacers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, man. The Washington Wizards, man, they're a hard team to deal with because they haven't really. They ain't too strong at every area, but at areas they're just good.
They solid at every area though.
Pardon?
They solid at every position.
Yeah, that's right. They're solid at every position.
Toward the center, they solid at every position.
Yeah, that's right. They are, man. And you know, end of the day, yeah, like the way I see it is their team is built for speed, you know, and Pacers are slow, and their team goes by how Roy Hibbert goes, you know.
That's why I think they should, for this series, they should insert Louis Scola because he can play power forward and he's quicker than David West and he can put the ball on the floor a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, Roy Hibbert, man, you know, it goes by Roy Hibbert. If Roy Hibbert ain't playing well, man, they haven't got a shot, man. You know, that's the way things are, man. I mean, you're dealing with the number 5 seed, yeah, and you know, Pacers number 1 seed, but they're built for dealing with someone like Miami and Brooklyn. They could deal with them guys, but this team is fast. They know how to run the floor, and John Wall, man, he's just playing outstanding basketball, man. And you know, I think John Wall, like, I think you know what, they have to make the adjustments in terms of trying to guard the perimeter because the perimeter is giving them trouble, and they get into the lanes, and when they get in the lane, they call them the big swing. But Roy Hibbert needs to turn up for you to get a game, because if Roy Hibbert doesn't turn up, you ain't getting a game today. So I'm still gonna stick with the Washington Wizards. Chris is still sticking with the Indiana Pacers. And
I think that they need an adjustment, like put Scola in and take David West, because I think Scola is a quicker. He can put the ball on the floor. He can shoot better. I think he could be on there. That's for this game. That's for this series anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, Khalil.
Khalil just came in?
Yeah, I wasn't running away, man. I was looking for him.
You heard me, boy. Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
I wasn't running, man. What series we on right now? Indiana and Washington?
Is we in Indiana? No, yeah.
We're talking about Indiana Wizards.
Yeah, I still think Indiana beat them, but Washington, like I said yesterday, they're a tough team, man. I think tonight's game, I think Indiana find a way to beat them, even though it's going to be a struggle again. It all depends on how Bradley Beal come out. If he come out and have another one of those games like he did in Game 1, then Indiana in for a long night. But if they can kind of neutralize him and force Wall and somebody else to score it in, I think they'll probably win this game. But I got Indiana tying the series.
And they better not have a matchup, because I don't know why the coach did that. One part of the game you had David West guarding Trevor Ariza for what?
Yeah, I couldn't understand that either. They need to take David West out, man. They're kind of a liability because when Washington run that 3-guard lineup, it's hard for them to contend with that because they don't have the size at the guard spot. So they have to use David West, which I don't understand why. I would rather just go with a guard, but I don't know. If when Washington run that matchup, that do tend to give Indiana problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, Khalil, so you got something to say about your losses yesterday, man?
Damn. Okay.
You getting away with it, bro. That's
I
like
only have one, and it's not losses. It's not plural. It's just
I'm the only one that got 2 losses.
I had one loss. I picked Washington. I'm sorry. I picked Miami. I was actually right about that pick. I said at least 8 to 10 points. They would win comfortable nonetheless, and they did win comfortable. So,
Yeah.
As far as the Portland series, man, to me, Portland got the shots they wanted, man. They just couldn't make the shots.
Yeah.
Like, that's basically what it was. I mean, if you look at the game, of course, the Spurs came. They jumped on them. I really did think that Portland was going to jump on them early, but I was completely wrong. But I just factored in that, they had Damian Lillard playing well, and Aldridge, of course, playing well, and they had their games. They beat Houston kind of easy, so they had a little hiccup with them, but nonetheless, they got them out of there in 6. So, and the Spurs was, in a grueling series against Dallas, and I just thought that Portland would jump out on them. I see I was wrong, so I admit it, but I do think Portland will win game 2. I think it'll be a lot closer, of course, given the fact that San Antonio at home, but I do think Portland will tie the series up tomorrow.
all right, cool. So talk about Miami series. Rub it in on Chris's face because Chris got it wrong, man. Go ahead.
Well, like I said, yesterday the rest for Miami was important, man. That was the biggest reason why, in my opinion. Brooklyn, to me, they came out, early. They was going toe to toe with Miami, but then Miami just broke it out on them, and it wasn't really nothing they could do about it. Like I said, if Darren Williams if he's not consistent in the series, then the Brooklyn Nets won't beat Miami. I mean, if he doesn't have at least 20-plus point games, like, they might get swept. I mean, I don't want to say that because it's a rivalry, and it's probably, like I said yesterday, the best matchup in the playoffs right now. But if Darren Williams don't have big games, they'll get swept. I don't think that Paul Pierce can score enough, just like I don't think Kevin Garnett is like a shell of himself. So where else is the scoring coming from? Joe Johnson is inconsistent, I don't see where they can score to keep up with Miami, because that's one thing that Miami can do is score. They just have lapses on defense, but they can score with the best of them.
Mm-hmm. So you don't see any adjustments they can do to try and beat the Heat? You think the Heat have got too much that will overwhelm them? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they need to put Darren Williams in the post, and they need to put Joe Johnson in the post. You need to take advantage of that size matchup, and the guards for Brooklyn can overwhelm what Miami do. That's their Achilles heel, is guard play or center play. You really won't get a whole lot out the center play, but you can definitely use the guard play to your advantage, man, and force Miami into a lot of fouls and keep energy players on the bench like Birdman and them. That's how they can neutralize what Miami do, but I don't think they can do that enough.
Go ahead, Chris.
You know what else I think? What's the 2 guard for Brooklyn? What's his name again?
Joe Johnson.
No, the other guy that was starting. The other guard, the lights.
Are you talking about the guy? You talking about the other guy, the one? That guy, the point guard. He played pretty good. He played pretty good for the start. I think. What's his name?
Morrow or something like that? I think.
No.
Light skin cat.
Oh, you talking about Stevenson?
No,
for Brooklyn Nets.
Brooklyn. He started. It was him, Darren Williams.
No, you talking about damn. What's his name?
Yeah.
He used to play Sean Livingston. Sean
Livingston, yeah, I'd take him off of LeBron and put him on Wade and let Joe Johnson play. Let Joe Johnson play LeBron, because Joe Johnson is 6'8", 250 pounds.
Yeah, but he don't like playing LeBron James because he's more of a scorer, and if LeBron James posts him up, that'll be a long series for him. I think. I like the concept, but I don't know, man. I like the Sean Livingston on Dwayne Wade matchup, though. I think that'll help him out a lot, actually. That'll keep Darren Williams from having to guard him a lot and keep him fresh. Because Darren Williams is, 6'3", 6'4". He a tall point guard himself, so they had him matched up on Wade quite a bit.
Yeah, all right. So let's move on, man. So we're going to talk about tonight's matchup, man. We're going to Oklahoma Thunder versus the LA Clippers, man. All right, Chris, go ahead. Be quiet for a bit. Go ahead.
Clippers again, because I think Clippers, other than Kevin Durant, I think Clippers can explore every other position except Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm. So that's what you gonna say?
No, and I think Westbrook can make or break this series, because sometimes he don't play like a point guard. He take bad shots. He turn the ball over. It's up to Westbrook if they win. It depends on how Westbrook play tonight.
Go ahead, Kale.
I agree. Westbrook is the key, man. He's the one that needs to be a little more consistent. I mean, he scored a bit yesterday. What did he have, like 28 points or something like that? So he really didn't do that bad as far as his offense, but it's where his offense came from. He could change a little bit. I think Oklahoma City will win the game tonight. I think they'll ride off their crowd tonight. Kevin Durant had an emotional MVP, speech and everything like that, and I think a lot of the team fed off that emotion, and they didn't really come out and with that energy that they need at home. So I think tonight they'll kind of clear it up and take tonight's game.
I agree, man. I think the key is for Oklahoma Thunder, if they do any chance of beating the Clippers, they need to play defense, man. Russell Westbrook, or they need to bring Stephalosha to guard Chris Paul, man. Because if you give Chris Paul trouble, well, you can't slow him down, you can't stop him from scoring, but if you can try and prevent him from getting that many shots, it was the difference of the game. Chris Paul killed him. It had absolutely killed Russell Westbrook. He wasn't playing D, and what he did is that Chris Paul came down and scored. Russell felt like he had to come down and score instead of trying to do a defensive play. I was trying to do something else to help his teammates. The bigs for the Thunder were non-existent in game one, and man, the Clippers had to do what they want. Chris called it, man. I'm gonna lie, Chris got me on that one, man. I mean, Blake Griffin was setting up Deontay Jordan. They were setting up each other, and then Chris Paul was doing his thing, and he looked like it was clicking. And you think after there's issues they had with Donald Sterling, you didn't know how they were going to play, but they were relaxed. Doc Rivers had them playing 100%, man, and it's
not only that. I'll stop the statement. Kendrick Perkins need to play better. He can't let DeAndre Jordan get all them loose balls and catch alleys.
Yeah, he too small for him. That's why you need to box him out. He need to get good position down low before the ball hit the rim. That's where he failed yesterday. He was all out of position.
Yeah, and I mean, I take what you guys are saying. That's what I'm saying. They need to play all round. The team goes how Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook goes. I mean, people try to say that they don't get along, but the bottom line is that they got to this point because for the two of them, sometimes Kevin takes times off and Russell will step up. This time, even Kevin, they tried their best, but I think this is where Coach Brooks has to do, is to do the way he positions people. And
I'm gonna be honest with you. If they don't get to the
Chris, I thought you had nothing else to say. You jumping in, you got a lot to say right now, ain't it, Chris?
Yeah, I think if they don't win this series, I don't see Westbrook staying there long because I got a funny feeling. I can see Rayshawn Rondo playing in that position.
We know about your feelings anyway, Chris. Yeah. Anyway, anyway, what I'm saying is this. Yeah. They go play better defense all rounds for real. They go play some defense. They have to do better playing some defense, and they have to be able to sit. They have to bring a Bucker into the game. They have to bring Perkins into the game for them to get looks, man. Because the bigs is left alone, and Russell was playing 1-on-5, and you just can't do that against the Clippers. The Clippers are playing team basketball. Doc Rivers got them playing good, and for them to win, especially after the emotional speech, I'm expecting that the Thunder to come out and win. And if they win, then it will be more of a series. If they don't win tonight, man, well, I don't know how they're gonna win 2 games. I'm telling you, the Clippers have got everything. They're built. They're built strong. They're built for a championship. So we're gonna see.
Serge Ibaka? Serge Ibaka's on the milk carton right now.
He's missing. You said he's missing, right?
Him and Kendrick. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no one can find where they are, right?
Yeah.
Shit, Serge thinking about Kerry Hilson too much. He ain't thinking about the Clippers right now.
What's going on with Kerry Hilson? They going up here.
Yeah, that's his girl.
Bro, he's smart, man. She's nice, boy.
He said he's smart, right? Hell yeah, he is.
Yeah, boy, she's nice, boy. She's nice, Kerry. I like myself some Kerry. But yeah, like I said, man, the play. Look, as you can see by the chart, the brackets are tightening up. The guy. We're getting. Is there anything unexpected you expected here in this bracket? You guys are watching.
Unexpected. I didn't expect Portland to get beat up like that the first game.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't either. That was a clinic. The Spurs clinic.
I think Washington, to be honest with you, is a surprise for me. I think Washington's a surprise. I think I didn't, and the Clipper game. I think the Clipper and Washington and the Portland, I kind of think, because Spurs is serious, bro. They don't joke around. But the Clipper game and the Washington Wizards game, I didn't. Because look, man, you're talking about number 1 seed. The number 1 seed, like. That's thing. Like number 2, Thunder and the Clipper game, they're not too far. They're not they're 2 and 3, so they're pretty close together. But the 5 and 1 seed is thing that you understand about Portland. Spurs are doing what they're supposed to do to the number 5
Yeah,
seed.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't think it's a surprise at all because Atlanta was a number 8 seed and they beat them in the first game in the last round.
But that's when Westbrook. That's Atlanta beat who last year.
Indiana in this year's playoffs, they beat them in game 1. That
Yeah,
was
They won a game. They didn't beat them overall. They won. Yeah, they won.
yeah. But they made it interesting though. Like
Yeah, but they made it interesting with Miami. Atlanta were a tough out for anyone. They gave everyone a tough out, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's not. They gave Miami a tough in. Miami stretched them the same way last year. So Atlanta were that good. They have some good matchups down there, man. So it's not like Atlanta are whack, even though they're number 8.
Yeah, but no, I'm not trying to disrespect Atlanta. I'm just saying that's a testament on Indiana. I mean, for them to go through a series like that and then they come out and they look like it'll be the same type of series against Washington all over again. So they should be getting these teams out of there.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, man, there's some surprises here, man. There's some surprises here. I didn't think like Portland even get through. I mean, if they had missed that buzzer beater, I mean, Houston Rockets would have been in this position, and I reckon they would have been built better for San Antonio than Portland, because Portland is still young. They're a fairly young team, man. This is all new for them, They ain't been to the playoffs in how many years back then, boy. So, and Washington Wizards ain't been for a while as well. So it's some new things, unexpected, but it's all going to be interesting tonight. We're expecting some good games, and now I'm surprised. I was expecting more people, but I'm glad Cleo came over and Chris came over to eat their crow. I got them in this one. So let's go over the brackets. Let's go who we're picking. So Chris is picking the Clippers, and I'm picking the Thunder. Cleo, who you got tonight?
The Thunder.
All right, so that's me and Cleo. Chris has got Clippers. All right, so Chris has got the Pacers. I got Washington. Who you got, Cleo?
I got Indiana in it's the game 2.
Yeah. So Indiana, see, Cleo's smart, bro. Yeah, he ain't gonna get as much as Chris get it. Chris gonna get it again tonight, bro. Trust me. Chris gonna get it again tonight.
Hey, I hope I'm wrong in the Indiana series. I want them to lose to Washington. I just feel like they'll win this game. They'll find a way to win tonight. Especially they can't go down 0-2 going back to Washington. They can't do it because all those role players that's not really playing right now in Indiana, they will show up in Washington. So they'll be in a whole heap of trouble.
Yeah, Chris is quiet over there, man, because he knows what time it is, man.
Yeah, I'm ready. I think we're gonna win.
You ready to get another booty whooping? That's what's gonna happen. And he's some
You
slack.
better have more than Kevin Durant show up. He better have some role players play tonight.
Listen, bro, we got the MVP of the league. He's confident like this.
He had the league when he got beat the first game.
He went the MVP of the league. Like, he got a lot of pressure on his hands. If he don't step up, like MVP of the league, he made an emotional speech from his moms and his team players crying and this and that. I think that will take them over, man. That's
I hope so because Kevin Durant, he won't be able to do it by himself. He's gonna need all of them to help him tonight because the Clippers is loaded and they not messing around. They on a mission, man. I think that Donald Sterling controversy really like boosted their morale. So they not messing around.
Yeah, man. You see that? You see Kevin Durant with that fist? He gonna blast everyone up in the Clippers, man. He gonna blast them, bro. He go angry. You see that picture? You see Doug
How tall is Blake Griffin?
Huh?
He like 6'9", 6'10", 6'9", 6'10", something like that.
Kendrick Perkins.
About the same, about 6'10".
He's big in it. It just look like them. They look like they were manhandling bigs for OKC. Bigs was getting manhandled to me.
Yeah, they were. Serge Ibaka, he just didn't seem like he was interested, really. I mean, he had a couple moments, but overall, he needs to play a lot better. He needs to be that energy, that defensive energy. He need a nice big block or something on Blake Griffin or something like that to start the momentum for him. Like, they need to jump out on him.
Blake Griffin shoot wide open jumpers. He
Right.
can hit the shot.
That's where a lot of Blake Griffin shots can come from, though, because Ibaka, he don't really like to step out there that much.
And Blake Griffin can go by him because Blake Griffin could if you watched him in college, he could handle and put the ball on the floor too.
Yeah, and go right past him.
Yeah. I think to be honest with you, did the two of them even play defense last year? I don't think they even played that much defense, man.
Kendrick Perkins didn't play shit because he was DeAndre Jordan was doing too much.
Yeah.
Hey, them locks were sick, man. I ain't gonna lie. Them blocks. Anyway, whatever happens, we're gonna get an exciting game 2 of between the Thunder and the Clippers. So it should be really good, and also with the Portland and the Pacers, we're gonna get a definitely great game. So Clip Hoop fans, you stay tuned, and we'll catch you up tomorrow, man. Peace.